Sitting is the new smoking. When you sit for long periods, it can lead to poor posture, obesity, neck, shoulder, and low back pain, and also increased risk for depression and anxiety. So here are 8 exercises you can start doing so you can reverse the dangerous effects of sitting, starting with your hips and low back. When you sit for long periods, your hip flexors start to tighten, and this can cause pain in your low back. One of the best exercises to reverse this is called the couch stretch. The couch stretch is amazing at opening up the hips while also helping you relieve a lot of the tightness inside of your lower back. Beginners would start the stretch with their foot on the top of a couch with their shin placed right up against it, and then you can move in a dynamic motion so you can relieve a lot of the tightness inside of the hip. Now, if you're a little bit more advanced, you would have the front of your foot right up against a wall with your shin right up against the wall as well, and you would hold this for about 30 to 60 seconds. Number 2, the upper back. When you sit for longer than 4 to 6 hours, what happens is that your shoulders start to hunch over, your chest starts to cave in, and then this has an effect on your posture. Face pulls are one of the best exercises to reverse this, and they work the rhomboids, the shoulder blades, and also the upper back. And when you do this enough times, what happens as a result is it starts to pull your shoulders back so you can start standing a little bit taller. Beginners should start with a resistance band, and then when you want to take this up a notch, you want to be using a cable machine so you can progressively overload this exercise. Number 3 is for the upper back, shoulders, and spine, and it's called a bar hang. Bar hangs to me are one of the most underrated exercises on the planet, and all you do is literally just hang from a bar. I did a video on this not so long ago that you can check out right over here. Now, the reason why this works so well is because it does so many things in one exercise. So the first is that it works your grip. The second is that it improves your shoulder mobility and your shoulder health. The third is that it has a tendency to improve your posture and allow you to stand a little bit taller. And lastly, when you hang for long enough, it tends to decompress your spine, which may be able to help you relieve a little bit of low back tightness. Beginners should aim for about 30 seconds in a passive hang. If you're a little bit more advanced, then you want to aim for at least 60 seconds in an active hang. If you are elite, you want to aim for at least 2 minutes in an active hang. Number 4 is the glutes. So as you sit for long periods of time, what happens as a result is your glutes tend to weaken, and they should actually be the strongest muscle in your body. So one of the best exercises to reverse this and also to create a strong set of glutes is hip thrusts. And hip thrusts are an exercise that target the glutes directly. When you strengthen the glutes and when you develop them and you make them stronger, it actually helps you stand taller, and it also improves your posture. And the side note is when women start to assess the attractiveness of a male, one of the first things that they look at is their glutes.
Hey, if I had to rate my husband's butt, I would give it a 10. He's got some developed glutes, and I like that.
Can I say?
So guys, build those glutes. So beginners should be aiming for 8 to 15 reps with 2 to 3 sets using just their body weight. When you are more advanced, you can add weight to this using a barbell. They have machines at the gym as well. And generally you want to range around from the 8 to 15, even to like the 20 rep range in order to develop a strong set of glutes. And side note, one of the best things I ever did for my low back was really work on my glutes. When I have stronger glutes, it actually takes the place of my lower back in doing a lot of the exercises, doing a lot of just simple exercise, like even like picking my kid up off the ground. It is one of the best exercises for you. Do hip thrusts. Exercises number 5 to 7 are going to be for the core. So as I said before, the glutes are supposed to be one of the strongest muscles in your body. Now, the other muscle that you want to be focusing on is your core muscles. And your core is not just your abs. It includes your obliques. It actually does include your glutes. It includes your rectus abdominis. It includes a whole set of muscles that you can see right over here. Now, one of the best exercises that I've found to reverse the damaging effects of sitting is called the McGill Big 3. And it consists of 3 exercises. One of them is the bird dog. The other one is the McGill crunch. And the other one is the side plank. So the bird dog, it works multiple muscles at once. You have to brace your core while you're doing the bird dog, and you also have to squeeze your glutes and you want to be doing this in a nice and controlled fashion. And the McGill Crunch works your abs, but one of the other things that it does, it helps you practice this thing that is called bracing. So bracing is where you push your abs out rather than sucking them in. This allows you to create a strong set of abs, and I like to kind of think of it this way. So if Mike Tyson were to punch you in the stomach, would you suck in your stomach or would you push it out in order to absorb the blow as strong as possible? And I hope that you said that you would push them out. That is the concept of bracing, and that's what the McGill Crunch teaches you. And finally, you have the side plank, which works your obliques, but it also works your glutes. So when you're in a side plank, one of the things that you want to do is you want to focus on the side of your abs, which is your obliques, but you also want to focus on squeezing your glutes and also bracing your abs as you're doing this exercise. And you want to aim for about 6 reps per exercise. I love to do these in between my desk sessions, just as a way to activate my body, especially if I've been sitting for a very long time. And the final exercise is going to be about movement. And one of the best ways to avoid the curse of a sedentary lifestyle that sits a lot is to move your body. I know, it's obvious, but it needs to be said. So walking is one of these exercises that has such an immense benefit for it, and it's so easy to do. It is so accessible, especially when you do it outside. It helps you relieve stress. It helps you engage the muscles and ligaments in your low back. It's actually been shown to help people with low back tightness relieve their low back pain as a result of just 15 minutes of walking. And one of the other things that it does that not a lot of people realize is that it releases this thing called synovial fluid into our joints. It's almost like lubricant for our joints. So literally, one of the best things that you can do for your body, especially if you sit a lot, is to go outside for a 15 to 30 minute walk. Motion is lotion. One of the things they have to realize is that the average desk worker sits for about 6 hours a day at their job. Then they will go in their car and sit for however long their commute is going to be. Then they're going to sit at the dinner table with their family and friends. And then they're going to sit watching Netflix or some other show just to decompress. And if you think about it, that's a lot of sitting. So incorporate these 8 exercises throughout your day or throughout your week, and you're going to notice a significant difference in how your body moves and performs, and also low-key how your brain performs as well. By the way, if you like this, you might like my newsletter. Each week I send out tips on how to get lean, how to boost energy, and how to live longer. And I send this out to about 300,000 high performers every single week. So if you are down and you got value out of this video, sign up at the comment below. I'll see you there.